4,998 teletabs. Where'd my other two soft clay go, bitch? With the money from the rest of these teletabs, I am going to have to buy a bond. It is that time, but I'll have about 500k left over, so I guess we're doing all right in terms of bond money. This is clearly, bonds have been eating all the profits we've been making, but we've been sustaining pretty well because we're actually getting some levels along the way too. And oh, OS buddy, what is this? 195k. Oh, I've come to expect this from you, OS buddy. Let's just, you know what? Let's go make some more money. Or first, I can go ahead and spend a little money in this silent clip from the stream. I just need to buy some Dragon Bones, guys. I want to get my prayer up to 43 so that I can use Protect from melee. And then after that, I'll be able to do a handful of quests. The biggest one is going to be Underground Pass, which that is one of the reasons I want Protect from melee. Overall, it's going to be something useful to have eventually, especially if I'm planning on doing borrows, which the reason that I'm doing Underground Pass is to get the Ivan staff for borrows, and it's something that needs to be done. So it's something that is getting done. There it is. That's 43 prayer. Now I can use Protect from melee. Good stuff. Good stuff. Gonna be using that quite a lot in the future, that's for sure. Now we can go ahead and do the Underground Pass. Oh boy, looking forward to this one. This is a big one. I gotta get this out of the way for sure. Alright, we're just gonna go straight and see. We're just gonna keep going straight and see. We're gonna keep going straight and see. One more. What a great path. Oh, I don't even care that the first one took me 5 tries. Take 3. Well, that was quick and simple. I got my Ivan staff, 5 more quest points. We almost got an attack level from that. And, I mean, remotely close to an agility level, too. Good stuff. And, yeah, that's what I want, is that Ecto feel. Ghosts Ahoy, all completed. It took me a little longer than it should have. I'll admit it. But, hey, that's 2 more quest points, 2,400 rare XP. Big thing here is this Ecto feel, because now I can use it for some herb runs, which is what I'm going to do right away, is get an herb run at least started. I also want to work on getting some super compost, so let's start working on that now. Hey, look at that 18 farming. All right, guys, so I'm currently just grabbing some of my super compost. Oops, try to click on the bucket deck. Grabbing some of the super compost that I've already made. I'm still just doing regular herb runs, and I don't even know if I'm going to use super compost for like these Guams and Taromans and whatnot. It can help because they won't die as often, but at the same time, I don't know. For now, I'm not going to use it, but we'll see. Alright, guys, I'm definitely ready to start my farming runs. Got everything I need. This is basically going to start paying for my bonds once I get up to Ronars, but first I need to do that. And I'm just going to be doing regular herb runs to get the farming level. I'm not going to add any trees or anything else special. It'll take me a little bit longer, but it'll get done this way. I'm not the kind of person you're going to get to do extra farming on his alternate account, so herb runs is where it ends. But we'll start off with enough herb runs to get to 32 farming, and then do some Ronars. Ah, dead herbs. Maybe I do need to use some super compost. So since you can only do herb runs every 80 minutes, I went back to a little bit of Slayer. We're about to get 55 attack, timed it pretty well. I'm trying to get to 60 attack and strength during Slayer. I'm also trying for that 55 Slayer total, so we're making a little bit of progress, but we also have a ways to go. 105 shades. No thank you, man. I can only kill the shades that are level like 100 and something. I haven't done Shades of Morton, which I'm not going to do. I don't even know if I say that right. I'm not going to be doing it. I'm just going to cancel this task. Not that big of a deal in my opinion. Let's see if we can get something a little bit nicer than that. 31 Ankus, yeah, I'll take that. It's still something I don't kill very quickly, but it works out. One thing I'm going to make sure I do is on some of these tasks where I'm getting big bones, I'm going to collect some of these big bones because I do need more prayer levels after 43. 43 is enough to use Protect from melee, but you don't really gain as many prayer points. I think it's every 3 levels you get in prayer, you gain an extra prayer point from sipping a dose of prayer potion. So I'd like to get that level up a little bit before I really do a lot of borrows runs, just to make them a little bit more efficient. And really, honestly, anything I use prayer. Alright guys, I'm going to use super compost for even these low level herbs. It's just something that's gotta happen. Too many of them are dying, they're pretty cheap to make. They're even cheaper to, well, they're not even cheaper to buy. They're cheap to buy, cheaper to make. That's why I make them, save a little bit of money. But they're so simple, I might as well use them. I was wasting too many herbs for sure. So I'll use super compost from now on. Definitely was planning on using them for the Ronars already, but might as well use them now too. Could save a little time. My man Brutal B coming in hot with the 5 mil donation. There, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Another 5 mil towards the donation tab. I was kind of hoping to get that tab to 100 mil when I make 100 mil, and currently it's like 40. So I gotta say, you guys have been killing it. All right, guys, I need a little bit of AFK time for now. I'm approaching my final couple weeks of the semester, so I have a lot of homework to do, basically. But steel bars to cannonballs is the perfect AFK thing. We'll make a little bit of money. I won't show a bunch to you because it's boring as hell, but it is what I'm going to be doing. I have some steel bars or excuse me, cannonballs to sell right now, some more steel bars to buy, but I'm also going to sell my cannon for, I'll try 760k, so see if I can make 10k profit from it. This will give us a little bit more money to work with. This is something you probably didn't expect to see, me jumping around the buildings of Falador. Guys, I need to get my agility level up eventually, and I had a little bit of break of AFK time, and instead of going back to Slayer, I figured I'd do a little bit of agility, and that's what I'm doing now. Alright, any obstacle now. I think it's this one. Nope. Maybe it's this one. I'm about to get 60 agility, which means I can move on from this course. I think it's this one. There it is. 60 agility. I can now go to Sears Village. I'm going to do a couple more laps here so that I can get 30 marks of grace and buy 3 packages of those crystals. So we can go ahead and sell those and make a little bit of profit from this. Alright, Grace. I would like some crystals. I don't even know how they're pronounced. They're like amethyst or something. These turn out to be a decent profit, especially since you're just doing agility to do it. Agility has never been a moneymaker by any means, excuse me, so this just makes it a little bit more bearable. Looks like, look, I got a little over 300k from that. Alright, I got 60 agility. I'm going to wait for the rest of the levels I need, and I'm just going to do some quests because I got to get them out of the way, and I'm actually in the mood for questing, so when I get in the mood, I got to take advantage of it. We're doing the Lost City first. If you guys weren't aware, you do need 36 woodcutting for the Lost City, and I only had 31. So, detour from the questing. I just got to get 36 woodcutting quick. Lost City complete once I enter this cabin, this shack, whatever the hell it's called. There we go. 3 more quest points. Access to Xanris. That's the big deal, is the access to Xanris part. We can now use Dragon Longsword and Dragon Dagger too, which is kind of nice. Next quest is going to be the Nature Spirit. I got to get this one out of the way for Fairy Tale Part 1. That was another reason that I did the Lost City too. Nature Spirit complete. Awesome. I'll take that. It didn't take too long, and now I can go ahead and do Fairy Tale Part 1 and get my magic secateurs. Alright, starting Fairy Tale Part 1. This isn't a very long quest. I don't actually have to complete it to get the magic secateurs, so like I'll show you what I mean in a little bit, but I will be completing it because I want to do Fairy Tale Part 2 eventually for Fairy Rings. So right now I have my magic secateurs, but I haven't gone and killed Tanglegroot yet. I could just stop here. I got the item I needed, but I'm going to finish the quest. Like I said, I want to get Fairy Rings in the future, and I got to finish this quest to do that. And Fairy Tale Part 1 is complete. Sweet. That'll give us some farming levels, actually, a high enough farming level to go ahead and do some Ronars now. So, that's what we're going to go do. It's going to be my first Ronar seed run. I'm not picking Ronars. I haven't planted any yet. This is the first time I'm planting them. Still have some Haralanders, or however the hell you say them in there. This is probably going to solve 100% of our bond issues. I figure the minimum is 5 herbs if I'm using these secateurs and super compost. If none of my patches die, then I automatically make profit, but if only one of them dies, I basically break even if I only get minimum herbs. But anyways, I'm assuming it's going to add up to about 2.5 mil a week as long as I do 5 runs per day, which seems really reasonable to me. And that's going to pay for more than our bonds. So this is kind of a big milestone in the series. And now that we've got all that out of the way, let's go back to a little bit more Slayer. Not doing green dragons, already told you, not a big fan. Don't want to do those. If we get something nicer than that, 71 hobgoblins, that's what I'm talking about. Those are actually pretty good XP, and I'm a little bit stronger since the last time I fought them, so hey, we'll be killing them a little bit quicker. I managed a little bit of Slayer while I had the time, but like I said, very busy week, so it's been a lot of AFK, and that means a lot of cannonballs. But I'm making some good profit doing all these cannonballs. It doesn't bring a lot of footage for us, because I'm not going to show you guys hours and hours of cannonballs. Who wants to watch that? But that's what I'm going to do, guys. Gonna get a lot more of those done. I'll check in with you probably for the end of the episode. Alright, I'm not exactly done with cannonballs. Ooh, I had some stuff sell. It's kind of nice. I do want to do more because I still have AFK time, but the video is supposed to come out soon, so I'm just checking in for the final clip here. We have 3.6 mil and a handful of Ronar seeds. There's some in the bank too. Overall, we're doing pretty good on cash, and I still have a few days until I have to buy a bond, so I'll probably start the next episode with me buying a bond, selling some steel bars or cannonballs. Probably buying more steel bars again, but then we'll move on to probably more agility and Slayer. Overall, we made some solid progress. This is going to be like the first bond I've been able to buy and have a few mil left over, so I'm pretty happy about that. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know that I did, and I will see you next time. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to click on that like button and tell us what you enjoyed about it. If you're looking for some more RuneScape videos like this one, then be sure to join the cul-de-sac by subscribing for more. We will see you next time.